Hi everyone, this class is all about your spinal health. And I don't know if you've ever heard the quote about Joseph Pilates, but he said that you are only as young as your spine. So if you are maybe feeling a little bit stiff in your spine, this is really good to work those postural back muscles, the deep, long line that runs through the back of your legs and even glutes and hamstrings. These are things that are often neglected. So let's work on them together. We're going to start with some bridging warm up, which is probably one of my favorite moves. So we're going to start today with just some pelvic tilts. So what I like to think about is if my pelvis was a clock and my belly button is the 12 of the clock, and right down there where my pelvis is my 6 of the clock. So I'm going to tilt to 6 o'clock. That means I'm creating an arch. And I'm going to exhale, rock it back, rock my pelvis back to 12. And again, I'm tilting forward and tilting back. This may seem like a pretty simple move, but the ability to control your pelvis and to tilt it forward and back is so good for your back. It's like a mini massage. So you could do an inhale on the arch, exhale, tuck those abs in and really feel that activation here. And now let's make a little pelvic clock circle. So I'll remove my hand so you could see. I'm going to dip it to one side and roll the pelvis around. So it's very small. You have to feel for it and try not to sway your knees. So I don't want you to be rocking like this. You have to almost feel like it's a small, small movement. Like you touch the 12, the 3, the 6, the 9, and then reverse it. So sometimes I like to close my eyes and just visualize the rolling of the clock. So it's basically hitting the right side, the lower tilt, the left side, rocking it back. And 2 more like this. Last one, and down. Very good. We're going to go into our articulated bridge. So we're going to come into that pelvic tuck and peel the spine off. Squeeze the glutes at the top and feel like your upper back is melting all the way back down. Good. You tuck and you peel up. Squeeze those glutes and melt the spine all the way down. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now we're going to go up on this next bridge. And I want you to think about just tilting the pelvis to that 9 o'clock and that 3 o'clock. So the visual that I like to use here is if you had a marble and you had to rock that marble or roll that marble from one side of your hip bone to the next. How small could you make that motion? And what I'm also looking for is if your knees are pointed towards the ceiling and that you're not actually shifting or twisting from there. Good, let's do about 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and peel the spine all the way back down. Now this time, we're going to tilt it to the right, roll down on that side of your spine, press back up, center yourself off, and repeat towards the next side. So let's peel the spine all the way up, tilt to the right. You feel like the right side of your spine is rolling down. Press back up, center yourself, and next side. So each time you roll down, you're rolling down just on one side of the body, of your spine. And feel for it. It's a nice sensation. You will also start feeling like your inner thighs are turning on. Good. Give me about 3 more. We're going to finish with circles at the top in 2. And our last one, hold it here. And let's roll the pelvis. 1, 2. Let's do about 7 in each direction. 3, 4. Squeeze at the top. 5, 6, 7. And reverse. Lower and down. 7. Try not to tilt too much from your knees. 6, 5. Coming off of our backs in 4, 3, 2, squeeze those glutes, last one, and all the way down. Very good. You're gonna rock yourself up and we're gonna come into an all fours position. In this position, we're gonna do a few moves. We're gonna do a cat-cow followed by a little bird dog mini series. So from here, we're gonna come into that neutral position. We're gonna arch the spine, tilt your pelvis, look up, and exhale, tuck the abs in, really pull in that lower belly. And again, feel the wave of the spine. And tuck and suction your abs up, rounding. And let's get about 2 more. And last one. And come all the way back down. Very good. From here, we're going to go into bird dog extensions. Holding it to one side and doing some lateral movements to activate that back line again. So you're going to extend your left leg and your right arm. And we're going to hold this position here. Feeling those abs tuck in deeply. We hold. After we hold this for a few more seconds, you're going to reach your right arm slightly out to the right and your left leg slightly out to the left. Your aim of this is not to go so wide that it disturbs your trunk and your pelvis. Good, so let's go now out to the side, squeeze it back in. Out to the side. Let's do about 7, 3, then we're gonna finish with a pulse. 4, you could feel the obliques turning on. 5, 6, keep that leg lifted. Pull in those abs and we pulse. 10, 9, arm and leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good job. You're going to go straight towards the next side. So right leg extends out, left arm extends and reaches out as well. Pull in those abs and we keep that leg extended and lifted. Pulling your belly button up into the spine. Keeping your head nice and neutral. Try not to drop it down. You're going to go for that lateral motion after 3. I'm already feeling a little bit of shakes. 2. Slightly open it out to the side. Bring it back in. 2. 3. 4. You're going to pulse for 10 in 5. Almost there. 6. Last one, keep that leg lifted and pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Ooh, that was also a little bit of a shoulder workout, which is great. Now from here, we're gonna warm up your spine a little bit more with a little bit of thread the needle. So from an all fours position, you're gonna extend your left leg back. Right arm reaches up, like you're taking a big stretch. You're going to wrap that hand around your waist and try to stretch a little bit here, opening up a little bit deeper. Holding it here. And then now you're going to bring that knee back underneath you. Take that right hand and thread. Like if you reach in and thread in a needle, your left arm could extend to the front of the mat. And you're going to hold this here. And you're going to shimmy that left hand back down. Press that right arm up, extend, reach, and give me that rotation again. We're just going to do 2 on each side. Enjoy the stretch. Placing that knee down, taking that hand, threading it all the way under. Reaching, extending the left arm if you want a deeper stretch. And then pressing that arm back down. And coming up with that hand and sitting back down before we do 2 on the next side. Good. Now next side, your right leg extends out. Left hand is up to the ceiling. You reach up. You open up that shoulder. I can feel like my left side is a lot tighter. Now right arm comes up and you thread all the way under. Maybe reaching your right arm further up. These are just some nice gentle twists before we work the back line of our body by lying down on our stomachs. and press all the way back out, reaching up. Rolling that hand behind you. If that feels too intense, you could keep it up towards the ceiling. And let's finish the last one, bringing that arm up, bringing that knee back to where it was before, and threading that needle. Good. From here, you're going to press up and out, and let's get ready for some work in a lying down or prone position. Okay, so we're going to lie down on our stomachs, which is called a prone position. And you're going to reach your hands right towards the side of you, underneath your shoulders. From here, you're going to feel like if there's a thumbtack underneath your belly button as you suction your abs off of it, and crown of the head rolls up, and you're not aiming to come up too much into extension. This is more about the upper back than the lower back, and ideally you should even be able to hover the hands off. So let's press down, rise up to mini swan, exhale back down. 2 more. Pull those lower abs in and don't force it beyond this point. Lower back down. Last one. And back down. Very good. Let's extend the arms all the way out. Neck is nice and neutral. I'm going to play around with opposite arm and leg lifts. So right arm extends and left leg extends and rest it all the way back down. So in this position, you're not aiming just to lift to the ceiling, you're aiming to extend your body. And through the extension of your body, you actually feel like it floats off. So we're just alternating, keeping the neck nice and neutral. Pulling in those lower abs. And trying to visualize what it is you're actually doing. Good. When you finish with these, press onto the palms, come all the way up, and we're going to take a child's pose in between each of these so it doesn't feel like very overwhelming. So you could rest into that child's pose position, ease the back out a little bit before we go on to that swimming motion. Good, rolling all the way back down. We're coming back onto our stomachs. And this time I want you to keep your hands down. You're going to extend the legs and we're going to start to kick the legs. So when I'm kicking the legs up and down, I'm really extending through my legs. My quads are coming off and I'm kicking here. So I like the count to be just like the 100. Breathing in for 5 and out for 5. Breathing in. Breathing out. And now for the next 3, let's see if we could hover the hands off. Breathing in. Out. 2 more. Breathe in. Out. The last one. Breathe in. And out. Very good. Instead of the child's pose, if you want, you could just kind of rock the back side to side here. And we're going to aim to do a little bit of upper back work with your arms. So this is the breast stroke. So from this neutral position, I'm going to hover my legs off, hover my elbows off to east to west position. I'm going to extend my arms out, open to T, rise up, and come back down. So we're aiming to do about 5 of these. You don't have to rise super high when we go into that little bit of extension. If you want to skip that part and just do the arms, that is also okay. So let's start, and if you want, you can keep the legs down as well. So just keep them down but active. So arms extend, open to T, rise up. Maybe your legs could lift at this point, and neutral spine. Again, out, T, rise up, squeeze the glutes, come back down. Let's do about 3 more. 2 more. Pull those lower abs in to protect the lower spine. Last one. And down. Good. Palms down. And you're going to lift yourself up and back into that child's pose. And it feels so good when you reach to that point where you could just rock the back out side to side. Now from here, we're going to go from a child's pose into a full locust, so extension position. So from the child's pose, I'm going to bring myself up. As I lower myself down, I extend arms and legs holding it for 3 counts. And then I'm going to press back up and stretch into that child's pose position. Let's do about 4 more. And you could feel your back muscles working here. It might feel a little achy, as if something strange is happening, but you're just working the back muscles. I don't think I held that one for 3. 3, 2, 1, palms down. We want to make sure that we hold it at the end. Take as big a break as you need after this. And let's go for 3 more. Pulling in those abs, holding 3, 2, 1. Press back up. Stretch. 2 more of these, and then we could just take a cat-cow. Down. Extending arms and legs. 3, 2, 1. And the last one, all the way up. Extend, pull in those lower abs, be nice and neutral. Abs must be engaged. And rest. Let's take an extra long child's pose here. On this one, you could rock your back side to side, even move your hands over towards one side, like you're really feeling you stretch towards one side of your body. And then you reach and stretch over towards the next side. Good. Press onto the hands. Let's ease the spine out with a little bit of cat-cow. So inhaling, arching the spine. Looking up. And exhale around the spine, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, lengthen and reach. Exhale, tuck your tailbone. Last one. Shake it out, give me a little left to right wiggle. And you are done. Great job today. I hope your back line of your body feels very nice and active and you enjoy this workout, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.